guys, I hope you're all doing very well. I hope you had a great week and that you'll have an even better weekend. It's finally Friday and we get to play a little bit more Gwent from here on out. Now, I've made a bit of a spicy list, as you can see. It has all the basic principles of the Skellige meta from last season, but I've included some new cards that makes it just a little bit better in my opinion. The first one being a card that you can now get if you watch WitcherCon. WitcherCon is happening tonight at 7 PM CEST and on Saturday as well. There's going to be a lot of goodies if you watch it. There'll be a lot of people streaming it. I'll be watching it, might be appearing on someone else's stream, but it's definitely something you can't afford to miss. And yeah, make use of this opportunity to get some free stuff, man. That's always fun. And I've also been playing a little bit of other games. Now, if you're here only for Gwent content, that is absolutely fine. You are more than welcome to stay for that alone. But if you want to see me play some other games here and there, if you're bored and have nothing better to do, I've been playing Resident Evil for the last 2 weeks. It's extremely fun. I'm going to attempt to use my video editing skills and put that right here. I'll only be able to see if this worked after I've uploaded this video. But yes, here's where you can click if you want to see a lot of jump scares and fun along the way. But that's enough from me. Let's get to the deck. Okay, so let's start off with this amazing new card. Now, I got this for free in premium because I completed all the rewards. You can too. It's the Sunset Wanderers card. So what happens is this card always starts off on the left side of your hand. You will always draw it and it will start off on the left side of your hand. At the beginning of your turn, while in hand, it will move one card to the right every turn. So every time this happens, it will boost itself by 1. At the end of your turn, if you haven't passed and there are no cards to the right side of this card, instead of moving to the right again, it will instead pop out onto the board and it will replace itself with another card from your deck. So you essentially mill a card out, well, thin is a better word I'd say, and you draw another card in its place. It's just excellent tempo, and in my opinion and in a lot of other people's opinions right now who are very good players, this is almost a must include in every deck because it's not going to get nerfed anytime soon in my opinion. So yeah, this is the reason I included this card specifically into my deck. Alright, then we get to the rest. So we've got a magic lamp here because I feel like we have enough thinning options. I don't like the randomness of the Mask of Ouroboros. I don't feel like we need it in this deck. We're not playing Karl. So instead I'm going for a guaranteed 5 points. Then we've got Portal. Portal, excellent card to have. It's an artifact and it pulls out the Bewitcher Adepts. So you never want these in your hand, you want them in your deck. And yeah, that's just a guaranteed 14 points right there. Not bad if you ask me. Then we have the Svalbard Totem, another artifact. So this will obviously spawn 2 Svalbard Fanatics to its side for 4 points. And if you click them, well, if they reach 2 points, they will turn into a 6-point Bear Abomination, which is also very nice to have. So another card you might not have seen, perhaps we should change that into premium real quick. Of course, we are doing a deck guide, we want high quality. There we go. The Avalach Sage. So this is a ranged card and it plays an artifact from your deck. Also very nice thinning, and it gives you the option to play something you might have missed. This includes Portal, it includes Svalbard Totem, it includes Hiron Kadush, your location card, which is always a must-have in a Skellige deck, and you've got your 2 Megascopes. So these are also artifacts in case you've missed one of them. Now, how the Megascope works is, it picks a bronze allied unit on your side of the board, and after 2 turns, it spawns its base copy on the right side of Megascope. Now, this is extremely powerful, so don't overlook it. It's only 4 provisions, right? And it spawns the base copy of the card. So let's say you have a Uncrate Greatsword on your side of the board. It's 6 provisions, yet you're going to play a 4 provision card, and when you spawn the Greatsword, it's going to come out as a 10. So that's 4 for 10 guaranteed, and that, my friends, is not bad. So if you don't get the Great Sword out, you also have the option of getting an 8-point Bear Witcher. You have the option of getting a 7-point Bear Witcher Death, which isn't bad. And I have included a new card here, the Raging Bear for 5 provisions. This is a guaranteed 5 for 8. Now, if you play him first, you don't have to damage an allied unit by 2. But what often happens is, when you play your Svalbard Totem, people tend to either destroy one of the Fanatics or they lock one. Then you have a problem because you can't trigger the other one's Berserk without losing 2 points on the one that's locked. So this is where you can use something along the lines of Raging Bear, and you can just damage that card by 2 and it will trigger. Of course, if you don't have any options, you can just use Raging Bear on something else. Perhaps you don't have a card next to High Iron Caduce that's damaged, and you do that instead. Not bad in my opinion. Main reason we have him is because of the 8 points, and again, it just gives more points to Megascope. Alright, and then we have Madoc. So Madoc comes out of your deck every time you play a bomb card. He also comes out of your graveyard. Now, this is just an excellent card to have all together. And your bombs include excellent control because you can get rid of your opponent's cards as you need to. So we have a bit of everything. We have the Northern Wind Bomb, which damages a unit by 4. If you kill it, you banish that card. So on what would you use this? You'd use it if your opponent plays Madoc, because Madoc then disappears. You will use it if your opponent is playing Syndicate and he has the Flying Redanian. You kill the Flying Redanian, it doesn't come back. This is the sort of cards you want to use this on. Then you have Moondust. This purifies a unit and damages it by 4. So if your opponent plays a Defender, you can purify the Defender and damage it by 4. Then you've got your D-Bomb. It damages a unit by 4 and gives it Veil. Not a lot of cards you really want to give Veil. Perhaps if your opponent is playing a Hammer Dryad combination, you give Hammer Dryad Veil and then it can't get Vitality anymore unless it's purified. So that's always a fun little thing you can do. Then lastly, but not the least, we have the Dancing Star. So this damages an enemy by 3, but if you kill that enemy, it will jump to the right and damage the next enemy by 2. If it kills that enemy, it will jump to the right and kill the next card by 1. Well, damage it by 1. So if you're playing against a swarmy deck like Arachas Swarm, it's likely going to be killing 3 drones, which is just excellent value altogether. Okay, so then we go on to our witches. We have Geralt Quinn. Now, he plays a witcher from your deck. Of course, if you have 3 cards in hand, meaning you have Adrenaline 3, he will give a shield to that unit. So if you decide to draw the Bear Witcher, he will not be able to damage himself by 3 because of the shield, meaning he'll play for a solid 11 points, which is quite a bit. You can also draw out cards like Junod of Balhaven. He destroys an enemy unit that is damaged. So always tend to keep your leader charges just until you've played this card at least 1 leader charge, because you do need to get an enemy in the red in order for this card to work. Otherwise, it's a very strong card. And then we have Gerd. Now, he spawns a Deafening Siren on the opposite row and damages all units on that row by 1. Unless you only have 3 cards in hand. Then what he does is he spawns a Deafening Siren on the opposite row and he just damages that card, not all the cards on the row. Still, a very, very strong card to have. And that is it, friends. That is the entirety of this deck. The last thing you might want to look at is just the leader ability. It's a Reckless Flurry. So you've got 3 charges. Every time you use a charge, this will split 3 damages randomly on your enemy side of the board, and it will ignore armor, which is amazing. Can you imagine if you happen to damage Igern and pull it into the red zone, meaning that Junod can kill the 12-point Igern? You know, there are so many possibilities with this deck, and mainly you always want to win round 1, bleed everything out of your opponent round 2, and go into a short round 3 and just destroy him if necessary. There's many ways to do this, and yeah. Hey guys, Tia from the future here. I just played a lot of games with the Wanderers deck. It's very, very fun to play, but it also has its weaknesses when you are forced to pass when you don't want to yet, or when you go on a little bit longer than you should. So I've included the Wanderers deck for you to try out, but I have also included the original meta list that has been brought to the qualifiers and to the opens. It's also a really good list, and I will include the link of that in my description, so go check it out. I also included one game where I played that list against someone else who played Wanderers, and I abused the fact that they had the Wanderers in their deck. So if you want to sort of see both perspectives, check out the rest of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck. I will show you 3 games now, and yeah, I hope you have a great weekend and an even better Witcher Con. Here we go. The odds will be in our favor. I'm gonna get rid of the Bear Witcher Adept. Are we on blue? We're always on blue. It's a horrible coin to be on. Okay, we're gonna get rid of the Dancing Star. And another Dancing... do we overcommit by accident? Maybe get rid of Juno for now. Yeah, it's better. Yes, you're guaranteed to draw the Sunset Wanderers. Fuchsia Briefs, thank you for the follow. Okay. Now we have to expect the worst, because our previous opponent was playing a very odd deck. Normally I'd start off with the Greatsword, but you kind of need Madoc on board already to guarantee that he doesn't die. I'm going to have to use my proactive play here, even though I'd normally rather not. I have officially hit the jackpot. In my search for MP3 files, I came across a zip file containing all of Mordhau's voice lines. What do I think of this? Let me see. Draw a card, then place a card from your hand at the top of your deck. Hyperthon list. That's nice. Now this is where the Raging Bear would have been handy. Just saying. Okay. That's fine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play the D-Bomb. Wrong row. Always the wrong row. It looks good, Zub. I like the fact that you're implementing Carl in it. I think it could totally work. Okay. Clogging 2. That's better. Now we can at least guarantee a few points. Bear Witcher Adept.
Got ya! You bleating son of a doe!
Fiolin coming in with 6 months. Why, thank you so much, Fiolin, and welcome to the Black Wolfie pack. It's good to have you. I appreciate your support very much. So thank you. I hope you're doing well.
Uncrate!
First 10 games are a warm-up. May the force be with you. Viper on, because I believe you can't target tokens anymore. Not a token though. Not a token. Okay, well now we can use our Mega Scope, which is the goal. Get a solid 10. Tahi Nup, thank you for the follow. Hey, Dream Boy. Indeed, my liege. Fuchsia getting ideas for stream. I don't think Fuchsia needs any ideas from me.
Strain your throat. Hope is not.
Actual clogging deck. Is this by any chance a Colgrim deck? Because if that's the case, I'd also like to bleed. I don't know. We're gonna get a 10 points already. I don't want my Sunset Wanderer to come out this round. So I think I play my Bay Witcher.
Double the coin. Consider it.
I once lopped off 3 heads with 1 blow.
Zeta Showdown? Why Zeta Showdown? Sunset Wanderer's description doesn't fit in the Observer. If you haven't passed, it jumps on the board. Yes, it goes one to the right. You can also see my opponent's one moving to the right constantly. And the goal is always to push your opponent to get that card out round 1, I'd say. It makes it a bit difficult because you have to play cards to the left of the Wanderer, preferably. Otherwise, you decrease the amount of turns you can play before it reaches to the right. Snowdrop.
Why aren't you listening? Listen
See, now that makes it easier for him. And Morvan. Wow.
My men know the meaning of sacrifice.
This makes it difficult again because it's gonna come out now. But he already went all in here. Oh, you think I'm playing against Spyro? Oh, really? Oh, but I'm at 2,400 MMR right now. Oh, so he probably just started playing then. Okay. Well, I'm not passing on even here. That's not happening. It is Spyro. Why you tell me this, chat? Well, the fact that he's clogging me makes me think this is a Colgrim deck. Essentially.
What's better than a dead noble?
That's a nice card to get. Okay, well now we just throw this one away. And we get a 10.
I'm great!
How am I to catch it, Master? Sees me every time.
Oh, did he shuffle his Wanderer back into his deck then? Because I didn't see it moving anymore. We'll go for the Bear Witcher.
Need a hand? Just chop one off.
Clog? Maybe it happened unintentionally. I'm purposely sort of not reading chat right now, by the way, just in case someone decides to spoil something, because I want this to be a fair game. He passes. Okay. Now the question is whether we push or not. Honestly, that's the question. And whether we can push. Hey Heisenberg, how are you doing? don't like the fact that he has Wanderer. That's bothersome to me. And this isn't exactly a hand I can start off with either. Is there any way to kill Colgrim? And is there a chance, Mike thinks with the follow, that he hasn't drawn Colgrim? If he's even playing Colgrim. At this point, I'm not sure. The fact that he's focusing more on thinning... It's super difficult. I can't tell. Honestly, I feel like I'm gonna pause here. Tortoise with... Okay. A solid card for 4 provisions. African Derby. Hey Miss Lady J, how are you doing? Apparently we're facing off against Spyro. Okay, so we draw Avalach. Meaning we have access to Portal. Meaning we have access to our Bear Witchers. I think this might be the hand. We almost can't afford to take a chance. And with almost, we literally cannot afford to take a chance. Is this Purify? Shibbit, it isn't. Do I even have a Purify? Ah, shit, I still do. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what we needed. That's exactly what we needed. Because we can now Purify his Defender and kill Colgrim. If he's playing Colgrim. Okay. Okay, chat, come on. Come on. Okay, so we're, let's see.
You will see it in your dream.
I'm not gonna read chat. Oh no! It's a full provision! Oh, if only we had Bear. What's the chance he plays Letho? I'd rather have him get comfortable. You know what? No, let's just Purify it, get it over with. Wrong row, Maddock. Wrong row. Blightmaker. Oh, please hit the right card. Please hit the right card. Come on. Ah, have fun. That's cheating. Okay, so I'm just getting my options straight here. Do we go with Junod or do we go with Gerd? Because Gerd is going to give me a solid 3 points. I think we go with Gerd. Yeah. Nice.
No, damn it!
I knew he's playing Letho. I knew it.
Improvise.
Ah. Oh, but Colgrim isn't gonna do much anyway at this point. Is he gonna use a gold or 2 bronzes? Hmm. Still solid 6 point. Ship it. That's a lot.
To clear my name and restore my freedom, sir.
I'll cleave you into it.
6 points puts him on 20. I'm on 28. Renew. Leth. No. What are you renewing? Lightmaker. That gives your Colgrim a possible extra point.
Your magic can't harm me. No magic can.
Yes! It's still worth it.
Human.
But yeah, so I haven't sent back my master's contract yet for like a month ago already. So I just quickly did that. You also had to do that, yeah. Okay, now I'm out of breath because I ran. Let's go, chat. You want? Oh, you guys want the deck? Here you go. Sabertooth. Okay. And we're on Red Queen. Yay. We'll start with this. Oh my gosh, no. Definitely overreacted. It's because I needed retribution because I lost the other day. Oh, we don't have our banish bomb. I didn't bleed out Spyro's costume the other day. So I remembered I had a stupid loss because of it, so I felt like I needed a redemption. Do we ever just heatwave the Sabertooth stealth? We should go for cocktails. That sounds amazing. I haven't had a cocktail in so long. Yes, Miss Lady J, like 100%. We should do that. Trying to figure out what we should do here. I almost feel like heat waving this. Or we got wine is also fancy. We could do wine. Oof. Why is it called cocktails? I don't know. How much is 1,000 rand? It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. But the thing is, we can't do it through our postal services because it will take literal months. Okay. I would really like a banish bomb. That would be so nice. Let's see, if we did go with Avlach, what would we pull? Oh, we could pull a portal. Oh, Tia, you should have done that already. Robin, thank you for the follow. All girl sales are banned in SA, that's also a problem. Axiola, thank you for the follow. Because it's not a mocktail. Anyone else ever tempted to just outright heatwave the Sabertooth Tiger? I hate it with a passion. What I always found when I played Sabertooth is people would wait until the very end of the rounds and then heatwave Sabertooth. And it's like, you know, just make up your mind in the beginning before it does all of the damage. They're like, oh, Sabretooth has already done like 8 points of damage, I should probably Heatwave it. So if you realize it's gonna do that, then you could Heatwave. But I don't know if I should have Heatwaved. It wasn't necessarily the correct option. Thanks for the follow. Okay. I'm not using this. We could just as well use the D-bomb, but I also don't want to do that. Ah, why not? We get 3 points, he loses 3. Zeta has an alcohol yes. Hey, Phantom. Oh no, he actually has his banish. Unfair, Monkas. Super duper unfair. It's fine. And Shkujihui. We're ahead on even, which is all that matters, honestly.
Oh, toes. Oh, nose.
Okay. Not taking any chances, I see. Fair, fair.
I'll cleave you in two.
Yeah, so we can't buy cigarettes and we can't buy alcohol if we're like level 4-ish. What's more important here with the Wanderers? Passing or bleeding? Because I feel like winning on even is deaths more important. I just feel like we never give him the satisfaction of... We bleed him round 2. It always feels so bad with the Wanderer because normally I'd play all these cards and then bleed him round 2, whereas now you're sat with this and you're not sure whether you should. I should have played this in the melee row. Alas. Oh, what are the chances? Play another card. Do it. Do it. Use your leader ability. Go all in. You know you want to. Yes, do it. Do it. Come on. You can do it. You know you can. You've got it in you. Banish time? Hell yeah. Oh, sneaky. That's super sneaky. You know why that's a problem, right? I'm gonna have to hold on to this because now I have to use this first.
What are you gonna do, huh?
And it's super obvious as well. Because this isn't going to go off in time if I play it last. I have to play it next. And we obviously have to assume he isn't playing Forest Whisperer. No, because we have to assume he's going to go all in and we're gonna have to play our last card and Megascope won't tick then. So, at least if he plays Madoc again, we know that win it. But we just won on even, which is super important. Because now we just bleed. Ah, that's gorgeous. So we're gonna have to go into Junode. Start off with Greatsword, which probably gets killed. I mean, this is a bleeding hand, right? I feel like this is almost an all-in hand, to be fair. Maybe we should have shuffled away our Megascope, to be fair. Unless we use it on the Raging Bear later. Either way, we have to bleed him. because this player normally has Gord and it might have the is it Psyosynthesis? Madoc is great. Ah, Pyrotech. That's ideal for us.
A wee hint. Dinny jiggle this.
That's ideal because A, we get to use our Mega Scope right off the bat, and B, we could probably kill that if we wanted to. Oh yeah, we just do this anyway. One more time? I feel like we already committed, so we have to. Otherwise, he just gets a solid. Ah, why not? Feels bad. And we get 10 after this. Psyosynthesis, I told you. I told you, man.
Bloody wench.
All in, all in, all in. Good morning, Jagon. The thing is, they upgraded quite a few cards. So what they did was they... Oh, nice. Garl's getting actual points.
Last words.
No, we're still gonna have to push. So what they did was they made a lot of 4 provision cards give a solid 6 points, and they made some 5 provision cards better as well. Ah, they scored. Now the only problem is Juno doesn't get value unless we go for the Deafening Siren, which is not worth it at all. Yeah, I think this is a pass. We bled everything out of him, which was the goal. He might have a Forest Protector, yeah. So if we could somehow play around it, that would be nice, if that's even a possibility. We get a bomb, we get a bear, we get another bomb. Another bomb. Oh, now we're in a position where we can't afford to do this. So you just play on interactively, yes? Okay, cool. Would have been nice having Madoc.
Have you seen a fuse lying about, have you?
Don't risk it? I can't. No, I can't risk it. There's no way. Kritzy, no more scare alerts. Me sad. It will come back when we play Resident Evil, you have my word. It will come back louder than ever.
I do not mince words.
Interesting.
Not your lucky day. Damn it! I've never taken this contract.
We're on a roll now, chat. Hey, GG. Why are we suddenly playing in Skellige?
I'll do what I can.
I was hoping we could test this out against Nilfgaard. Weird. Okay, bombs are always fine. We've got the great sword. We are on blue coin once again. Not good. I'm gonna get rid of Gerd for now. as well as the Bayreuther Adept. And we just sort of start off with this. We don't have a choice.
I once lopped off 3 heads with 1 blow.
He has the Wanderers. Can you believe it? Actually having the Wanderers. That's so ironic.
Inside now.
Stand before the Queen of Skellige.
Just 1 more circle.
Time to auto-include Schiller to make Nilfgaard hated again feels good, man. Mademoiselle. Ooh, Defender. Why?
Don't see a gap in their armor. Make one.
They have our loins.
See, he only has a certain amount of time to be able to play, right? Before we get that out of him. Grisagu, thank you very much for the Prime sub and welcome to the pack. I appreciate it. Yay! See, now we can attempt to abuse it. Because we know he doesn't want it to come out round 1. Hey, Outlaw man, still in bed, not quite started my day, just wanted to pop in and say hello, hope all is well, and the Gwent goes well. Ah, well, I hope you have a great day, Outlaw man. Here it's almost, we're heading into 4 p.m. So, time is a ticking. Okay, decides to put it there. No need to, I'd say. I can kill you in 2 turns, which should be fine.
All that dancing around.
There we go.
Not for me.
And now, let's see if you're prepared. Are you prepared for that to pop out now? Are you prepared for your Wanderer to pop out? See here, it almost gives him the upper hand, right? Because he gets an extra card out round 1, which is Tempo. You know, so in a Skellige mirror match, that could be nice, because you don't necessarily need round control, and he does pass. Okay, so now that we've played it, we can see how to abuse that fact. Now we have round control. Question is, we're playing against Rage of the Sea. What do we gain out of bleeding him? You know, what exactly are we getting here? Why would we not just go for a long round is the question. I guess with Rage of the Sea, he's going to be setting up engines, and we also want his Wanderer to come out before we pass. At least that's my thoughts. Then again, my hand is really good. Oh, you think he's playing a Gedeneth list? Ah, you know what, you're likely right, because of the Druid and as well as because of Alchemy. So we push until we get that out. That seems fair enough. I mean, I do have Heatwave. Well, we'll have to start off with our very proactive Svalbard Totem. We get those out, we go into a shorter round, and we hope that our cards are good enough to pull it off. I mean, we do have Portal, which is quite significant, but we haven't drawn Avalach yet. Deep Ankarm, thanks for the follow. Because in long round, he has 15 points tempo, yes, and he will have more time to get more points, exactly. If you're relying on engines, then it's a bigger deal.
Fill our hearts with glory.
I mean, that's just the most easiest Reckless Flurry I've ever seen. It might be bait, I don't care. And Nemesis, thank you for the follow. Whoop. Now we have to use a Megascope. Megascope, yep. There we go. Okay, so it's gonna pop out anytime now. The thing is, like, the fact that he played that on the board without playing something else first could also be a sign that he was waiting for this card to pass a certain card. It forces you to play things in a way you wouldn't, which is the downside, and that's why I think it's not going to get nerfed as harshly as one would think. Sunset Wanderer coming out, nice. That's good for you. Very good for you. Let's see, I'm gonna get a 6-point card. Technically I can pass. I'm not going to though. That ain't happening.
Double the coin and consider it done.
We want more out of our friend first. The current deck I'm playing is actually the Qualifiers meta deck. The one we were playing was this version, but we're now testing the Wanderer versus no Wanderer deck. Gets a great sword. And that's gonna grow pretty quickly. How much do we have? We have a solid 10, so we can kill it if need be. We rather use Hjalmar on the sunsets. For now, I'm gonna Megascope the 5. There we go. Into an 8. No problem, no problem. Scepter of Storms. See, these are the cards we're trying to get out of him, because these all add up in the long round. Especially when you start committing the units that go along with them. Should we roast stack when playing against Weather? That's the downside of not playing a deck because you don't like it. Like, I don't think this deck is that strong, the one we're playing against. So then I don't know the weakness. That's the thing, right? And that's why we're playing 2 versions of this deck right now to test it. But yeah, so I don't know if I should have roast stacked, for instance. At the start of the owner's turn, damage the highest power unit in this row by 2. That's always going to be this one. I do know it could be very strong right now if we're going for a sort of 2-0. It might not be the best decision,
Not your lucky day.
but it could be, potentially.
You never know which comes
It's great value.
Need a hand? Just chop one off.
We could perhaps go for a 2-0 here. It depends. Maybe Junod? Yes, exactly, Zub. See now, if we had them all in the same row. Weathermaker.
We're in for a long, dark night.
Now, is this just where we pass? What do we still have? We have Portal, which is excellent, and we have Gerd. Hjalmar in a short round with Heatwave is just excellent points, right? Because we're not giving him any units either. I think we do pass here. Because there's just too much engine value right now that will eventually force us to be a card down. So I think we get out. Now I have a feeling he's left with some pretty good cards. And he might have to commit one now. Yeah, there you go. Sigdrifa's right.
What do you need?
8 provision card
On
for a
plate!
great sword. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So now we're even. Yeah, we did bleed the Wanderers out, which is nice. Oh, what a beautiful card. Oh dear. Okay, wait. How many artifacts do we have left? Oof. Ah, thank goodness. Okay, so we get guaranteed portal. Ooh, that's a nice card. Iris Companions. Draw a card of your choice. Then discard a random card. If you have Iris in hand, choose which card to discard instead. Huh. Okay. Now I'm going to play Avalach because my cards mostly recover from damage, which is nice. And now we do row stack.
Gotcha! No, 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 damn it!
Hey, Pendolf and the Rage. Talented, yes, talented. Draco Turtle gets a solid heat wave, I'm sure. We're not allowing that to survive, are we? 5 plus 6 is 11. Yeah, we do likely just heat wave that before he gets any points, because he is going to play another priest. I think we just sort of heat wave that now, right? Yeah, I think so. Filmar. I could wait. Alas, I do not have
Honor
patience.
to be sacrificed to the goddess.
Tears of Siren. Okay, that's fine. Okay, Filmar, replace Rain with Storm. At the start of the owner's turn, damage all units on this row by 1. Do I kill that? I surely I just kill that, right? I don't know, what do you guys think? I mean, what better card really will he be playing?
Who wants to taste Skelliger Steel?
The thing is, I'm not really worried about Storm per se anyway,
I spot you again.
with the cards I currently have. Per bastard. Hey, a Resident Evil later? No, not this weekend because of WitcherCon. We're gonna be watching WitcherCon instead. Rain. So he's gonna spawn that on the first row now, yes? Okay. I guess we play Maxi.
You can run, you can hide, but I'm gonna get you. I'm so very afraid.
See, chat, this is why we had to heatwave Draco Turtle right off the bat.
I once lopped off 3 heads with 1 blow.
Or else that would have happened. Okay. There you go. There is the list as it was. And there we can see the advantage of knowing what Sunset Wanderers do, having played it ourselves. So I think it's pretty important to play all new cards, because you quickly realize the weakness of the card and you learn how to exploit that weakness.